Men, meet me at camera 3. If you're not a man, just keep scrolling. Let's talk about locker rooms, because it's going to help us understand freedom and democracy in our republic, specifically how good it feels to just drop your towel. Now, I say that as someone who grew up surfing, doing the sidewalk striptease with the towel around the waist, and I can striptease with the best of them. And in the military, we went to the gym all the time, but we didn't go to the locker room together. I know locker rooms from high school and the gym, which I just started going to like several weeks ago. Now, I've never understood why old men in particular, or at least in my locker room, the locker rooms that I've been to, they love walking around without their towel on. And to me, who grew up just tying it around my waist, just felt weird. And I kept doing that as I went to the gym. And then it dawned on me, dropping your towel is like freedom. No one should care whether you're wearing clothes or not. The problem comes in when we kind of like screw up the metaphor. We want to walk around with our towels down. We don't want to have to think about what other people are thinking about when they're looking at our wang. And the people that screw the metaphor up the most are insecure men. And what I mean by that is that if you're worried about seeing someone else's dick because it might be one more person you think has something bigger than you, you're going to mess up the metaphor. Freedom cuts both ways. To get freedom, you have to offer freedom. Putting that another way, if you don't want people to look at your junk, you need to not look at theirs. The problem is not looking, it's staring. Freedom is not being afraid if someone sees your wang. And it's also not being afraid of seeing someone else's wang. And then if you're caught staring, you apologize, or you strike up a conversation and see if it's going somewhere. The problem is insecurity. And the locker room for older men, and maybe younger men, I don't know, the locker room is supposed to be a place of total freedom. And you'll notice that's when our current president, when he slips up before he was elected the first time, it was about locker room. Who decides which direction freedom flows? If I get freedom and no one else gets freedom, that's not a locker room. That's a prison.